Hello, Flosstube. Welcome back to our channel. We're a couple days early in filming, but you're not going to see this until Thursday, so it doesn't matter to you. But this is episode 72, and today is Monday, April 12th. Yes. The only reason I know that is because the trick-or-treat box from Black Needle Society opened 2 subscribers today, and it was a great day, and Jody and I scored our box. So
I just looked on their Instagram. They said as of right now when we're recording, they're sold halfway out of their boxes. So non-subscribers still do have a good shot of getting a box.
yes, by the time you see this on Thursday, there's a good chance that you will not have an opportunity.
It'll be gone by then. Sorry, friends.
Maybe. Hold out hope. You know, we didn't think we were going to go to StitchCon this year either, and that happened. So dreams do come true for those who want it. So, but I'm very excited about that. But we have a lot of cool stuff to talk about tonight. We have some updates on the Moo Cow Sow, which you guys get your Tiny Modernist strawberry cow pattern, get it ready to go because that starts on April 16th, which is what, Friday? Is that Friday? Friday. So get your stuff together, get a piece of Jody fabric if you have it to stitch on it too, because I feel like we all are. We definitely are. So get your stuff ready to go because that sale starts on Friday and we are so excited about it. And I've loved all of the feedback that we've gotten from our post on Instagram. So we've had a lot of people already say that they're going to join in with us on that. And if you don't have the Tiny Modernist Sow, pick another cow themed stitch. I mean, if you've watched Top Knot Stitcher, she's been doing like a video, there it is, of all of the cow themed patterns, which was kind of the theme this year for a lot of designers. I know Bendy Stitchy has a really cute one that I saw that people are going to be stitching. So if you don't want to stitch the Tiny Modernist one, you don't have to. Stitch another cow theme and tag our hashtag. It's all Moo Cow Sow, right? So looking forward to that.
That was pretty generic, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You can do any cow that you want and you can use that hashtag. So let's get started tonight with our best new thing. And Jody, you're first on my rotation.
My best new thing this week is Nina, her most recently adopted pit bull. So when we got her, she was in not great shape, and we took her to our normal vet and determined that she needed to have a very, very, very large surgery to remove some tumors in her mammary she developed just from too many years of breeding. So they basically took out her entire right side of her belly. She's sliced top to bottom, and that was on Thursday last week. And today she got her drains out. And so we went to the vet. The vet said that she is a champion. Everything's healing great. And she is in fantastic shape. So I'm so happy. Like, dogs, she's literally got a line of staples down her underside that's the entire length of her body. And the day after her surgery, she was walking around like nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
Like laid up.
Yeah.
Just like nothing happened. Like not a peep from her. She's incredible. So she's my best new thing this week. I'm so happy that she is healing, and I'm ready to like let her, jump around and play a little bit because we've had to keep her pretty quiet. So
Jody, we had a kitty cat that we had to do that too. I don't know if we've ever talked about that before, but we had a cat that we had to have the entire mammary glands removed, like total side. She had breast cancer.
Yeah, well, that's what
it's a big surgery.
Yeah, that was. She's like, the whole time I was in there, I was like, God, this is major. Like, I hope she makes it through this. Yeah. I don't know if a dog has or an animal has like a clotting condition, or, they do blood work before, but you never, you just never know. So their animals are amazing. I just, I love her.
They are resilient, for sure. For sure. Well, I'm glad she's doing well. I've been getting update pictures of sweet little Nina. So that scar is definitely going to be a battle wound, but she'll pull through it. She'll be great. So I'm glad she's doing well. It's just scary. It's scary for pet parents, I think, to go through it more so than it is for them, because they don't know what the hell's going on, but we do. And you feel like a terrible parent when they're in pain.
I was like, you hate me for taking her to bed.
It's the worst, the absolute worst, but she's on the mend, and that's all that matters. So that's good. All right, Erica, what's your best new thing tonight?
All right. So earlier today, I thought of one, and it was really great. And I was really proud of myself. And then I forgot what it was. And I tried to remember, and I tried to remember, and I thought, I've totally lost it. And then I remembered. So my best new thing is shorts. Now let me explain.
Totally, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't love clothes shopping. I don't think it's fun. I don't like going shopping for clothes. Like, I just want to go find the thing I want, have it be exactly what I wanted, and be done.
Yeah.
So I also lately, like, I'm not a fan of the like high-waisted pants. I don't really care for the super short shorts. Like, I just want some shorts. They'll be like mid-rise, like around my hips, and that aren't going to be super short, because let's face it, I'm a 35-year-old person. I don't need to be wearing super short shorts. So like, I just don't. I'm just not in that time of my life. So I was griping to a friend last week, like, I can't ever find any shorts that I like. I'm so frustrated. And then that very night, I think, like, saying it out loud to the world, I found some shorts on Target's website, and I was like, this is it. These are gonna be the ones. So I ordered them for like a drive up order, which is always risky because you're not trying them on, right? Like receiving them. And
try on in store right now anyway.
That's true. That's true. I've heard that it's still the case.
Yep.
So I got them, and I got some that were like mid thigh length, and then some that were a little bit longer, like the Bermuda style. And both of them fit me just like I was hoping, and I was super pumped. So I have some new shorts, and they fit me, and I don't hate them. So shorts. I'm excited.
Hey, shorts. Yeah, that is really frustrating that Target does not have their dressing rooms open. That was very frustrating, and how I ended up bringing home like 4 pair of jeans the one day, and then take 3 of them back, because I'm like, so I'm basically buying them and then taking them home and trying them on, and then having to take them back to the store and return them. It's the most frustrating thing on the planet. Like, you're not going to get COVID in a dressing room. You could get COVID from just being in the store. Like, what is the risk of trying on clothes in the dressing room? I'm not aware of what that is, but it's really frustrating. So I'm glad that you had both of them fit, and you're going to keep them so that you don't have to return them.
Yes, I have been trying to find a post-baby bra for like a while, and I have to keep ordering from Amazon and getting these bras in the mail. And then I order, like, I'm getting bras constantly and returning them. And my husband's like, how many bras do you need? I'm like, I haven't found one. I haven't found a single one.
Like, I'm getting a lot, but I'm not keeping a lot. That's the problem.
Right.
Hey, yeah.
So annoying.
I know.
It's frustrating.
When you think about the little things of COVID that are still super annoying, that is probably my biggest pet peeve right now. So, Erin, what's your best new thing?
I have 2 as usual. So you guys, Ellie is starting to say more words, and we've been watching a lot of the show Bluey lately. And the beginning of it's like do 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 do, and it goes Mom, Dad, and they say like the names of the characters, and she's starting to repeat it on cue. It's the cutest thing, because she's like Mom with her little tiny voice, and she can't say Bluey, so she's like Bluey.
Really cute.
I try to record it, but every time I start recording it, she like quits doing it. She knows, but it's the cutest thing ever, and it makes my heart soar. And then my other thing is my Tips Buy box came in, and I forgot to talk about it last week. So I'm going to show really quick the yumminess that is my Sip Spy.
Yes.
So I got Berry Fields Forever, which is the only one I haven't tried yet.
Oh, that's the one I wanted you to try first.
Yeah, you know what's getting me with this one is the black currants, because they gave me a black currant tea last time and I did not like it. But there's more things in here than black currants, so I need to just try it. It sounds good iced, right?
Jody, whatever happened to your black currant pattern that you were working on?
Oh, yeah.
She gave it away.
You gave it away?
I remember we gave it to it was one of our giveaways.
Oh.
I forgot about
Because that was that really hard one, that like Russian one, right?
Listen, I wasn't working on it. I didn't even start it.
For some reason, I thought you would put a couple stitches in on it. My mistake. Oopsie.
I translated it, or Michael translated it for me from Russian to English, and then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, fuck this.
Not doing it. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully whoever's home it's with, they're having a good time with it.
Yeah.
All right, what else did we
Apparently,
get?
I don't enjoy the taste of those because that tea was not good. Then I got this gold black, just like a really good solid black tea. I've had that one. That one's already almost gone. And then this, I think one of you had this one, the Empress Lady Gray.
I've never had the Empress one. No.
It's pretty yummy. And I'm drinking this one right now. Here's my complaint about this one. It's delicious.
Oh, I got that one. I got that one too.
The honey vanilla. Did one of you get this? The moringa honey vanilla?
I had that in one of my boxes.
I got that last month and I haven't tried it yet.
Here's my complaint about it. You have to brew it at 100 degrees, which is like barely above warm. So when you brew it, which it's fine, like I can do that on my fridge, so I don't have an issue with that. But then you go to drink it and you're like, I mean, it's warm. It's not cold. It's not. So then I had to heat it in the microwave, which isn't a problem. It tastes delicious, but you have to brew it at 100 degrees. So if you have this one, be careful. Don't brew it at coffee or tea temp because you will burn it and it probably won't taste good.
It's good to know. That's good.
That's like find something that's dry clean only.
Yeah.
It is totally like buying something that's a very good comparison. Yeah. Which is what green tea is too. Like you can't brew that too high because you burn it and it doesn't taste good.
Too much work. Just want to drink it.
Yeah.
And I want it to
I
burn.
will say though, putting the work in for this one, it is very yummy. I do like it.
Well, good. I might give you all of mine then.
Okay, I'll take them. But if anybody out there wants a discount code for $5 off their first box, please let us know because Kristen and I can give you that code. We are big fans.
Big fans. Mine should be here hopefully by next week so we can talk about my box too.
Ooh. Oh, good. That seems quick after your last one, so that's good. But your last one was delayed, right?
The hurricane in Texas definitely put a damper, not the hurricane, the winter storm in Texas really put a damper on that, but they're back to normal now. So I should be getting it. Thank God. All right. I have two things this week. I have a best new thing and then I have a not so best new thing. So I'll do my best new thing first. Let's start on a high note. Let's end on a shitty note. Best new thing this week is Jason and I spent the whole weekend finishing the landscaping in the backyard. So that is all done. The rock is installed. We bought some plants. Things are starting to pop here in Pittsburgh. So like all of my hostas that Jason transplanted last fall, they're all rooted and like they all survived. Thank God. They're all popping up. And I love spring. I used to hate spring when I was a kid because I was like, it was always like wet and muddy outside. And so like when you went outside to play, it was always like, it's kind of cold and everything's wet. But as an adult, I appreciate it so much because seeing like all of the things pop and the air just feels so fresh. And like sometimes you get surprised with like an 80-degree day like we had last week in Pittsburgh. And then today it was like low 60s and rainy. So you just never know what you're going to get. I kind of like that. So that was my best new thing. My least favorite thing is, and I'm sure everybody can commiserate with this, but When I find something at the grocery store that I really, really like, and I buy it, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, I could eat this all the time. And then when I go back, Jody's gone. Jody's gone. We'll see if she comes back. But when you go back to the grocery store and the thing that you want is missing.
Oh.
Pepperonis. That's us with pepperonis at our grocery store.
Yes, me too.
The pepperonis, Giant Eagle.
Yes, Aldi doesn't have them anymore. Why?
I know. And it's like there's these really this is my beef against Aldi. I wasn't gonna name the store, but I'm gonna name the store. But Giant Eagle is not immune. Trader Joe's is not immune. Everybody, Costco has burned me multiple times with stuff. But recently, Aldi's has this gluten-free wrap. Okay, it's in like the bakery section. And I like having a wrap in the afternoon for my lunch. And Jason went today to go get more wraps, and Aldi didn't have them. It's like you can't guarantee that they're going to have them or not. But if you were to buy like 5 packs of them, you can't because they only usually have like 1 or 2. So we try to buy like as many as we can whenever we go. And then you go back and they just don't have any at all. So it's just, and that seems to be the one thing recently that stores have just been out of. And it's driving me bananas. Like I'm irrationally mad about the fact that Aldi's didn't have these gluten-free wraps today.
No.
They can't blame it on COVID anymore. I think supply chain issues have all been dealt with COVID. These stores should be able to get these gluten-free wraps in. But anyway, so if you have an alternative gluten-free wrap that you would recommend, let me know. I'd be willing to go and support those people. But yeah. So I'm without wraps for the rest of the week, and I'm angry about it. So
Sorry.
It's little things like that just irk me. If you haven't been able to tell after 72 episodes, I have very little patience for things, and that's one of them. All right, let's get started with all of our stuff for this week. So haul and stitchy kindness. Jody, did you buy anything this week?
I did. Kind of stitching related, kind of not. Well, yeah, they are. So I was, my mom's birthday is tomorrow, so I was out doing some shopping, and I found this little zippy pouch, and I was like, ooh, I could put fancy floss in it. It's French wiener dogs.
Oh my God.
How cute is
Cute.
that? So it's like a little pencil case. So I'm going to use it
Happy
for my
birthday, Jody's mom.
Very excited.
That's awesome.
I found that while I was out. I was happy about that. And then I found this in the Target dollar section. And I already have a pattern for it that I'm going to do that's ordered and on its way. So I won't tell you what it is, but I'm excited about it.
That is really cute. Was that $3, $5, $1?
3.
3.
I love it. I might have to go get that and stitch something for it.
This is one of the times, like my mom asks me all the time, do you stitch the pattern and then find the finish, or do you find a finish and then find a pattern for it? And this is the perfect example of, I want to use this, I found the pattern, so I did it like backwards.
Yeah.
And then I bought some buttons for embellishing it, but I'm not going to show you because it might give away my pattern. So sorry.
That's good.
That's cute.
That is so cute.
That's it. That's all I bought.
Well, it's only been really, 5 days, 4 days. I mean, it's not unlike us to have purchased a lot of things in that span of time. But all right, Erica, what did you buy or receive this week?
I don't think I have anything today.
Oh, Erin, did you buy anything?
I have a couple things. I did make a trip to Joann's, but I'll show that stuff. The only thing I don't have it's funny you say that you buy something and then do a finish. I found this at Joann's, this box, ignore the stuff inside of it. But I was like, how cute would it be to put like a pattern here or like a pattern here and then have that on my desk? So this will be a finish later. And you know how they are. They're always like 50% off. And
Right.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's cute.
The thing that came in was I couldn't resist getting this. And if you see our videos and you're like, oh, I really liked that Black Needle Society, that thing from the Black Needle Society box, they usually have extras and they go into the vault. And Erica had purchased that bag. I could not resist getting the wallet. It came in. I
So
love
cute.
it so much. So I got that. And I also got a notification that my Up All Night box is on its way. You guys,
Yay.
I don't know if you saw it on Instagram, but it looks big.
Oh.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know what's in it. It was a specialty box, so it wasn't like as much as like an Advent box cost, but it's a little bit more than a monthly box. But
Well,
I
it's
don't,
going to be amazing.
I'm so excited. It should be here. I should have, I should make my unboxing before the end of the week. I'm hoping like Friday, that's my Friday activity.
So that one's coming out now, and then the next monthly one will be May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
And
like in another month, we'll get that one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we got, if you bought the Stars Hollow one, check your email because they sent out an email with requesting like what fabric you would want and then how to join the
Oh.
Facebook group because that one is a retreat. So is this Up All Night. They're both online retreats that you can only attend if you bought the box.
Awesome.
Oh, right.
So I plan on attending at nighttime when I can.
Yeah.
It's I think it's next weekend, like the 23rd, 24th. So
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, it's so hard. Like I'd love to stay up all night and I'd love to be a part of it, but with the two little ones, it's not possible right now. But I'll join when I can. That's how I feel about the Stars Hollow weekend. I'll jump in when I can. Kids napping, I'll jump in for an hour.
I think a lot of people do that, right?
I hope so.
Is this weekend or next weekend? I think the next what is it? The one that Quirks and Stitches does. What's that called? It's the monthly one that she used to do. Like the 3-day, like the 24 hours of cross stitch.
Oh, I've never actually watched any of those.
No,
I'll have to
they're
pay
doing
more
that.
attention.
So she's pretty adamant about not joining a Zoom group, but there's a bunch of people who participate that have created their own little Zoom groups. So people can like jump in and like check in during the weekend because it starts a Friday night and then it runs the whole way until Sunday. So it used to just be 24 hours and now it's technically a whole weekend, but she does like prompts to help you like pick whips or to pick new starts and like every month is different. And she does it, I think, every other month. I'm sorry, I don't have all the details. I used to participate when it was like once a month and it was just prompts. But she makes her own little calendar booklet too, so people can stay on track with when those weekends and stuff come out. And you can buy them on Etsy. So if you're interested in joining something like that or having more structure with your stitching, it's a good one to do. But it's 24 hours of cross stitch and there's a Facebook page and then you can follow her on Instagram. It's Quirks and Stitches. I did not buy anything this week other than the Black Needle Society box because as VIPs or as reps, we're reps for the Black Needle Society. We actually got to purchase a little bit early than even the subscribers.
That you're saying I didn't buy anything besides that. I mean, that's a big purchase.
I mean, Jody and I were like waiting. We're like, holy crap, we're never going to remember this. And then we're in an Instagram chat with all the other reps and VIPs, and they gave us the link so that we could go in there and purchase early. So as soon as I saw that, I didn't waste any time. I went in, bought it. So Jody and I are going to have a lot of fun opening that in October. Logistically, we'll probably have to open it all at once. And then we'll break up the video so that you guys see like a week at a time. We'll figure all of that out, but it's 31 days of gifts. And Jody is one of the vendors for it. Holy shit.
I didn't know that box.
I know.
Benji is a designer. Autumn Lane Stitchery is a designer. a lot of the vendors are like crazy artists. Like I've been watching their lives on like when they announce the vendors and stuff.
Yeah.
And Katie will be like, oh yeah, this vendor, whoever, she's an artist, but she's going to be making something like stitching related. So is it going to be like on a project bag? Is it going to be on like, what is it? Like, what is it? It's like mind blowing.
Mind blowing. Yeah. Silver Creek Samplers is one of the other designers. So it's amazing. Amazing. So we're very much looking forward to that, but that's all I bought. That's all I bought in the last couple of days. That's enough. That's enough. That was a big one. All right. So let's talk about finishes, shall we? Jody, do you have any finishes this week?
I don't have any cross stitch finishes, but I did just finish making some fancy floss.
Oh, let's see it.
Ooh, oh my God.
Hang on, let me. That helps a little bit.
Very.
Jody.
Look at those colors. I'm very excited about them. I had something in mind that I was going to use them for, and I realized that my reds didn't quite come out the way that I wanted them to for that particular project. So we'll see. They'll go to something else, but yeah, that's all I completed. Everything else is, in progress.
You've just been dyeing thousands of yards of fabric. You have enough
Thousands.
fabric to stretch from here to California.
Look at my whole office fabric. I'm yeah.
She's swimming in fabric, people.
Swimming
in fabric. Yeah. But you guys will be able to reap those benefits. Okay, Erica, what did you finish this week?
I do have a finish. Oh, I do. I finished my dear little hummingbird.
I love it.
On Lugana.
It's so good.
On Lugana,
Thank
too.
you.
Mhm.
Yes, on 28 count Lugana, a Jody color. I think this is I don't know if that's a true to color. It's very beautiful. It's perfect for this color palette of this hummingbird. He went pretty well. I'm pretty happy about it.
I love it.
It made me feel excited about trying something else on Lugana someday. Something probably small again, because I think that the advantage for me was doing something like I didn't feel overwhelmed doing this because it was very like manageable. So we'll see. This was a La Selva Designs chart. So cute. I love it.
Now, did that one come with a set of 4? Because don't his usually come with 4?
Some of them do. Yes, you're right. This one did not.
Got it.
Oh.
He does send a complimentary chart, at least in my experience.
Yeah, me too.
Get a free one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Yay, finish.
Yay.
You also finished your, didn't you finish your wreath? Didn't you finish the Frosted Pumpkin, your wreath for this month?
Oh, I finished the 4th clue. I can show you that now.
Yeah.
I am behind. The 6th clue is coming out next, so I still have clue 5 to do. But I finished clue 4.
Yay! My God, it's so pretty.
Oh,
Yay.
It's so big.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. So yeah.
You can do it. You can do it, Erica.
You can do it.
It is enjoyable. So I just need to like do it,
It's hard committing to one project though, or like monthly stuff. There's so much stuff I want to stitch. It's hard.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel that. I don't think I felt that before, but because I was like, oh, somebody else has a sale, I'll join that. And then I'm like, okay, I need to cool it.
Yeah.
Then you're
I
obligated.
understand that feeling.
And I don't like feeling behind, and that gives me a lot of anxiety. Like when I get behind on doing a sal, and then I usually just give up because I'm already that far behind. So it's unnecessary anxiety about something. I just, the mantra I think for this year, especially after March Madness, is to stitch just whatever. Like I just want to be able to like pick up a project and be like, you know what, today I feel like working on this. And not feel like I have to stitch something just because I want to keep up with something. So,
which is why I feel conflicted about Maynia.
I know. Which we'll talk about that when we get to plans. We're all conflicted about that. Yeah. Erin, finish anything this week?
Yes, I have 2 finishes. So I finished my hedgehog house. And when we were at Joann's, I was looking for like, what could I put it on? And I saw this and I was like, yeah, that's the thing I need. So this is how I finished it.
It's so cute.
So it's
I
just
love it.
this like, whatever this wooden thing is what I bought at Joann's. And then I added the bow and then the pattern.
It's so freaking cute.
It fit on there perfect.
That's what I said too. I brought it with me and I was like, oh, this will be perfect.
Uh-huh.
I'm very excited with how this turned out. So
It looks really nice.
And Lindy Stitches
you.
gave you a big kudos about that one, Stephanie. Yeah.
I mean, made my day. Like I can't even express how like
The
to be
designer
acknowledged at all by Stephanie is pretty amazing.
Yeah, when a designer sees your finish and it's, you know, they like it so much that they want to share it, that's a huge confidence boost. Makes you feel good about what you stitched.
I like this too because I can just set it on my desk. Like it doesn't need to like hang anywhere. Like I can just set it somewhere.
I
like. So the other thing I finished was we were given those Season of the Stitch patterns to stitch, and because I think she hurt her hand, right? Is that what it was? Something like that. But she needed some stitching done, and I will always step in for something like that. So I finished mine.
I love it.
So good.
I waited till the very end to do the butts because, like, I stitch outside a lot, and I was like, my neighbors don't need to see that out of context. It's from Bob's Burgers. I mean, I know you guys know that, but just in case people are watching it and they're clutching their pearls or something, it's a reference to a show, and it's Tina Belcher loves butts. I mean, I can't help that.
I mean, it is, yeah. Yeah.
And you guys, look at, I have it on this, which is from Catherine Paper Crane. She sells these on her Etsy, and it fits. I want like 8,000 of these.
I know.
Like it fits so well. And then when you get that hoop butt thing, like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she has any of these left in stock. Go to her Etsy page and check it out. And there's even like 2 different sizes. It's amazing.
She said she's swimming in them. So
I told her I need 1,000 of
them. Mm-hmm. Well, I had
on my way.
I had one FFO this week, and pretty proud of it because you know me, I don't FFO a lot of things. Henrietta.
Yay! Henrietta.
So here's how I finished mine. I just did it in a hoop. I have these like really cheap, inexpensive hoops that I got off of Amazon, and they're perfect for finishing things like this. So I had these little burlap bows that I bought in a pack, I think at Christmas time, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. But they have like a clip on the back, and I just snap the clip off, and then I just hot glue them onto everything. And then for the back, I just finished it with this like yellow fabric.
I love that. Oh, what a cool pop on it.
So this will just hang downstairs for spring, probably hang on my like television stand thing. And yeah, I love it. But for now, it's spent the whole week up here, so I didn't forget it to show it on the video tonight. It's been hanging on one of my cork boards, so it'll actually be able to make its trek downstairs tonight. All right, let's talk whips, shall we? Jody, what did you stitch this week?
So that Season of the Stitch, I decided I was given this one, which says being naked with shoes on feels more naked than just being naked. Totally true. Mine out of the hoop because I'm not a hoop stitcher, but this is how far I got.
Ooh, it looks great.
Oh,
Really good.
And yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's a lot of back stitching because it's mostly letters. So I'll be excited to get to the little peaches. But That is going well, and it's quick, and their patterns are just easy to follow and fun to look at. So
They're perfect for beginners too, because you get the whole kit. You even get a needle. It's already in the hoop. It's like a white piece of Ada, 14 count, so it's easy. They're great if you're trying to get somebody into stitching.
Yes,
totally agree.
100%.
The other thing I worked on was my Lindy Stitches Jackalope.
Yeah.
Doing this on 36 count linen. Lord.
Who are you?
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That
A
looks so
lot
good.
of brown. Like a lot.
Can you show the pattern again? It's way more intense than I remember it being. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
it is a lot of brown.
A lot of brown, but I'm doing it, and I'm using 2 threads because it's 36 count. I am not used to stitching with 2 threads. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but like it just feels so dainty to me. Like, when I stitch with 3 threads, like I really go. You know what I mean? Like,
You pull real tight.
so I don't know, just it feels dainty. But anyway, it's enjoyable. So, and then the other thing I worked on a little bit was my Barbara Anna Spring Deer, which I love so much. And I got a little bit of her other antler going on the other side there.
Yeah, you did.
So
Jody.
do the rest of that antler, which I'll probably do tonight, and then her body. And then I don't know if I'm going to do the stuff in the background. It's so pretty, but you know me, I like to change things.
Yeah.
I mean, that deer by itself is so striking.
I know. And like, I don't know what color I would do the stuff in the back.
Oh, I didn't even notice all of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, but I don't know that it needs it.
It doesn't. I
I
mean,
would-
need is it doesn't need it.
No.
Right. I mean, the deer is so striking. Like, she's freaking adorable.
Mhm.
Especially on that fabric you chose. Like
She.
I almost think that stuff might detract from how beautiful just that deer is.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'll finish the deer and then make a game time decision on the rest of it. But I'm on the hunt currently for FFO ideas. So I have an idea. I have an idea.
But
She'll be here all night, folks.
yeah, she's here all night, folks.
So we'll see. That's it. That's all I worked on. Short week.
All right. Erica, what did you stitch this week?
Okay, I finished the hummingbird, I finished clue 4, the wreath. I worked on Hedgehog House. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I worked on this since we last chatted, but I
Oh, yeah.
finished the house up.
You're making progress.
Yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely. Speaking of the Hedgehog House, my sister is stitching it 1/1 on, oh gosh, I forgot what count she told me her linen was, but like she said it's like an inch square, so small.
It is so small. I saw a picture of it. It was like this big. I love it.
She's crazy. No, she's not actually crazy, but that's gonna be so tiny. I don't know how she's doing it. So I worked on that one, and then I felt so compelled to, okay, so the pumpkins sent me the animal almanac kit, and I have been itching to start it. So for reference, here is the, okay, here is what it looks like. Can you see it there?
Wow.
Oh, that's
It-
big, Erica.
It's
Nate, why did I
real.
know this one?
It was their year-long club last year.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm obviously not stitching it along with anyone, but I really wanted to start it because it has a ton of wonderful colors and the animals are really cute. So
Mhm.
here's the fabric.
And they're like a go big or go home kind of company, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Their stuff
This
is
piece.
or it's like a little postage stamp. Like
This
nothing.
piece. What was that?
That's
It's either
true.
or like tiny. Like there's nothing in between.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
particular piece of fabric is 12 by 27.
What's the count, like the number count on the pattern? Do you know?
I can find out. Let's see here.
I love hearing that. It's got to be huge. You're right. Like they're either you can stitch them in a day or good luck finishing this year.
100%. Uh-huh.
It's 107 stitches wide by 294 stitches tall.
I mean, but they're beautiful and they're so detailed. They're so fun to look at.
Yeah.
Yes. I know it's going to take me a long time, but I was really excited and I finally started. And the way that they say, like in the chart, say to start it instead of in the middle, like most of their patterns, they suggest starting it at the top. That's where they started the club itself. So I measured for how they explained to measure and started where they said to start. So I'm, it's unusual for me to start at the top of a piece, but I did. This is the top,
Wow.
Wow.
and
Lot for you.
I'm working. What was that?
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think so. And the little like hoop, the little circly things took longer than I was hoping for. But I've started on Aurora the penguin, and they all have names, which is real cute. So
Oh.
Good
I-
for you. That's so. I love it.
I feel like I need to start the Cozy Cafe.
Oh, it's cute.
It's
so
so cute.
It's real cute.
Mhm.
And I saw somebody who stitched it because she had said she had just finished, maybe it was the Animal Almanac one, but she had just finished it and she didn't want to do the Cozy Cafe with the faces, like do the panda.
Hmm.
She just
Mhm.
wanted to stitch the cup and then just make it into a raspberry mocha or whatever it was. So she did. She just didn't include like the animal face.
That's
And
cool.
it looked really cute that way too. It's a super cute design. It would look really cute to stitch those all individually and then display them. So
I agree.
I might wait and
It's
see what's next
cool.
release before I pull the trigger.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one that I think I want to see the whole thing and then maybe buy it and then just stitch like the pieces that I want out of it.
Yeah, it's a good idea too. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've
Mhm.
seen, speaking of that idea, and I was reminded, like on Instagram, that I have seen someone who stitched each of these individually and like framed them in, I want to say hoops, and like each animal section was like by itself, which is really interesting to me.
That's cute.
So, yeah,
Yeah, that's cute. I like that idea.
yeah, I think so. I should go back and look for those photos because they're very nice and inspiring.
People have good ideas. They're
Yeah.
finished.
Totally. That's it for me.
All right, Erin, what'd you stitch this week?
So I had my finishes, so I didn't stitch a lot of whips, but I did finish my
Yay.
8 sale. Finally!
Measuring tape is a real bitch.
Measuring tape definitely tested my patience, but I mean, it looks good, so it's hard to argue with the results,
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving
That
this.
looks great.
I love the detail of it. I'm loving the colors. I'm very excited about this one. So that comes out, I have like a whole 2 weeks before that comes out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're ahead of the game.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I'm stitching, all I'm going to show, I can't show any of it, is a surprise secret. And I'm stitching it. And I'm very excited.
Mean.
The designer was like, "You're the most talented, what is it called, model stitcher I've ever had." And I was like, "Please stop putting this pressure on me. I will quit doing this."
Like, stop. Stop. You're making me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I know she was just joking though, and I'm joking too. But I'm excited about it. I wish I could show you guys because like the color combo that I have right now is so beautiful. I know you ladies have seen it, but I'm very excited.
It's to die for. To die for. It's gonna be beautiful.
Teasing.
I know.
Secret.
Can you show us like a little snippet of the corner of the fabric?
Well, I don't know if I can because then you'd see the fabric color.
Oh, that's right. You
Oh.
can't.
I was about to, and then I thought, oh, I can't really show that.
That's true. Well, that's a
But
bummer.
the whole thing is kind of a surprise. Like the fabric and the pattern are a surprise.
That's right. Mm-hmm. All
It'll be
right.
worth the wait. Worth the wait.
All right. I also stitched and finished last month's or this month's Made to Create. Oh,
Hey.
I you know, the tape measure, I kept joking about, you know, the measuring tape, about how annoying it was. It does look beautiful. It looks absolutely gorgeous. But it really was a bear to stitch. I mean, it took me like 3 nights to stitch just that.
Me too. 3 nights. And
I
I'm
was-
a fast stitcher.
I know, and I feel like I'm a pretty fast stitcher too. And I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, I still have like half of this damn measuring tape to go. But like you said, once it's done, I mean, that just it looks gorgeous. I love it so
beautiful.
much. I really do like this pattern too. And then I did just a little bit more on Hello Petal. I just got like a couple little things done. Honestly, I put this aside to work on Made to Create because I wanted to get it done before the release, and that took up most of my nights of stitching. So I didn't have much time to put anything else in here. Now, people may be asking, like, why do I have the bottom of the chick done, and why didn't I finish that, and why do I have this big gap here? Because like with all of Sally's trees, I miscount, and I feel like my chick is going to be off, so I'm going to fill in up to it and then see what I'm left with. My chick might be a little bit skinnier than the normal ones.
I do that too. When they get that, like the Made to Create one, knock on wood, I've been okay, but like her trees are so easy to miscount, and then it's just like all off.
Because like all these little motifs, if you're like 1 stitch over, then it can really mess up all the other stuff. So I'm hoping it was just 1 stitch. I went back, I looked at the pattern. I'm like, I don't know where I messed up. Like that's frustrating too. Like I don't know where the mistake was, but at this point, it doesn't matter. It's not coming out. So it is what it is. It's staying. And then the only other thing that I worked on was my season of the stitch that I'm stitching, and I am stitching, just for reference, the pattern from the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray, The Night the Reindeer Died. I love that machine gun at the top. And then these cute, it's not going to take me long at all, obviously, because I started it last night and I've just been stitching it while we've been sitting here, and it's just, it's fine.
You're almost done already.
I'm almost done. My goal is to finish it tonight. All I have to do is just those little things at the bottom, the gun at the top, and then just these little, you know how I hate these, but these little popcorn stitches. Those will take me the longest, honestly. But it's almost done. So
Now, when you do a popcorn stitch like that, Kristen, do you carry the floss or do you stop in between?
I stop every single one, and then I will pin stitch and restart every single one. If you notice my back too, I don't carry in between the letters.
Oof.
On white fabric,
Very differently, you and I.
on white fabric, I just feel like, especially stitching with a dark thread, you know, depending on the way you finish it, you could see those threads carry underneath.
Mhm.
Usually not if you skip one, but anything more than one, I won't carry it over. So
Yeah, I don't either.
yeah, I usually.
You'll do all of those popcorns individually. That's why it'll take so long. Okay.
But my pin stitch is really easy. So, you know, obviously with 2 threads when you start out, you can do the loop method. But when I do the pin stitch with not having that loop at the bottom, I just start it from the front and I make my diagonal stitch twice. That secures it. And then I leave a little bit of a tail hanging out. and then I finish my X and I finish it off, and then I just snip with really sharp scissors right down to the fabric, and I just snip it off. So there's no tail or anything on the back. It's all nice and compact, and you don't have to like
That looks nice.
on the back. So that's just how I do it, but I won't carry them. Not on white fabric. If it was a dark fabric, I'd do that all day long because that's stupid to start them all over again, but I just can't do it on white. Especially because we're stitching this for Season of the Stitch. I feel like it was my own pattern. I probably wouldn't be so picky about it. All right, so that's all I stitched this week. 4 days. I mean, we're saying a week, but really it's only 4 days. So let's talk about plans before we get into giveaways. So let's talk about Stitch Mania. Who's doing it? How are you doing it? Do you have any plans for how you're going to organize it? Jody.
Yeah, when I first heard about Stitch Mania, I felt like everybody was doing a new start every day. And like the thought of just organizing that, like kind of makes you want to block. I didn't do Mania. Did I do Mania last year? I don't know. I may have done some version of it, but
You did Monogamania.
That's right. And then I think I quit like 4 days into it and like whatever. So I would like to participate in Mania in some fashion because I do like having the structure of like, I like looking forward to like, oh, then, I get to start that next, or, I like the structure of things sometimes. So one idea I had was maybe doing a new start every Monday. So at the end of Mania, I'll have 4 new starts instead of like 30 new starts. And then during that week, I don't think I'll have a rule as like, oh, that's the only thing I can work on all week. I just maybe will keep to every Monday, it's a new start. And then during the week, I can stitch whatever I want, whether it be that start or other whips that I have going on. But every Monday, it'll be a new start. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I'm, playing with in my head as far as an idea for how to participate in Mania without making it miserable. I don't want it to be miserable Mania.
Yes, and it can get very overwhelming. Erica, what are your plans for Mania?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I can't decide if I want to start anything new or if I want to just work on things that I already have going on. Like if I pick 4 or 5 of my bigger, like ongoing whips, like the big sals and things like that, and try to like finish a block on some of those, and like, like, can I finish this one? Can I finish this block here? I'll give myself like 5 days to do that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'm leaning that way. I do feel kind of overwhelmed with the idea of starting a ton of new stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. I like that idea. Finishing a block, that's an attainable goal that, you don't even have to set a time frame for it. Just say like, I'll start working on one, and when I finish a block, maybe you move on to something else.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't limit yourself to a time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of how long, if it takes you the whole month to finish that block, who cares? It won't, Erin, what are you planning for Stitch Mania?
So I'm kind of planning on doing a combination of new and whips. So it's funny that Jody's doing Mondays. I'm going to do New Start Tuesdays because that happens to be the day where I have a little extra time to stitch. So
good idea.
I have 4 new starts that I've already kitted up. Here, I can at least tell you what my new starts are going to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my kitties in the round.
Love it.
Very excited about that one. I'm going to do, this is the pie one from
Stitch Life magazine.
Thank you. I just totally blanked on that. The Stitch Life magazine pie where I get to make the tins. I kind of figured I could finish at least one of them in that day.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, wait, this one I'm really excited about. So it's the Lindy Stitches, the three snows on a robin's tail. What I'm excited about is that I decided I don't love that Gilmore Girls pattern that came with that that whole kit that I got, the Gilmore Girls thing. But I love the fabric. And if you look at the fabric on there, it's kind of similar to that, like, so I cut it and that's going to be what I use for it. And I'm very, very excited.
I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think I'm more excited about all of my fabrics. 2 of them are Jody. Like,
Feel that.
I think I'm more excited about my fabrics than I am about the patterns. And then my last one is the Tiny Modernist one from the Mouse series, the I Love You. And I'm doing it on this bad boy.
Oh,
I'm so excited that you're stitching that. Yay.
Oh, I'm very excited. Thank you. And Erica, this can definitely get passed along. But I'm really pumped about this fabric.
So cute.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be stellar.
I'm very excited. And I have a fancy floss for that one. So I'm excited. So then other than that, my thought process is I'm going to go through my whips tonight, actually, and pick out however many days I'll be able to do it. And I want to touch a whip a day. And then at the end of that day, I know this is crazy, but I'm going to decide, does this project make me happy? If the answer is yes, I will keep it. If the answer is no, it can be an adopt-a-whip or it can go in the garbage. But like, I just can't have these 50 whips sitting up there anymore. And I'm happy to just let it go. No matter how much time I've put into it, if it doesn't make me happy, I'm never going to stitch it. So why is it taking a project bag, a needle binder, a pair of scissors? It just needs to go. Like, let it go.
Yeah.
So that is my crazy plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to do Christmas stuff. That's like my number one thing I don't want to touch, because nothing Christmas is going to make me happy right now, because it's not Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
But fall makes me happy all year. Like, it'll be fine. So I'm excited. I'm going to look at that tonight.
It's a really good plan. I have no plans yet for Stitch Mania other than there's one project that I'll show next week because I don't want to dig it out of my whip box that is packed full of whips right now. I mean, it's a giant Rubbermaid container, and it like I couldn't fit another thing in there if I tried, which is a good indication that I should probably doing Whip Mania in May. And I don't know, I might, but the one project that I am absolutely going to touch and I would love to make some significant progress on in May is my Antique Bird Sampler by Elizabeth's Needlework. And it's beautiful. And it's like a free pattern, or it's a pattern that we bought at the Crafty U, and it was in one of those like grab bags that we bought for $5, Erin, whenever we went. And we just like, it just said what the theme was on the outside. And I grabbed it, and it was this bird sampler, and the picture is terrible on the front. It's terrible. It just, but once, for some reason, I was just really attracted to all of the motifs on it. And I said, you know what, I'm going to stitch it. And I started stitching it, and I fell in love with it. It's on a 40 count Malo linen, which is like butter to stitch with. It's a beautiful linen, and it just makes me very happy. So I'm like, why don't I finish this thing and get it framed and get it up in my house? I would absolutely love to do that. So May might be, and that's a project I started 2 years ago in Maynia. So I've worked on it for the past 2 years, and I've made good progress on it. But again, in Maynia and years past, I've always wanted to do like multiple projects. So maybe if I just say, you know, I'm going to work on this one until I make good progress, and then I can decide kind of what to do next, I'm fine with that. I doubt that it'll be monogamania, because I just don't have that in me to stitch one project until completion. But I would like to work on that. So I'll show that next week whenever we talk about plans again, since we're getting closer.
Can you imagine if you did do monogamania, how like by the end of it, you'd be like so over that piece?
And then it would go to my finish pile, and I would never FFO it, and that would be the last time I ever looked at it again. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want to hate this piece. I really do love it. There's just something about it I just really, really like. So I don't want to get upset with it. So I'll do it until I start to get angry, and then I'll put it away and work on something else. All right, so let's talk about giveaways. So
wait.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask a question really quick? Yeah. I just wondered, do you all know how many whips you have like hanging around right now? Do you have any idea?
We did that count. I used to
Mhm.
know. I think I'm near 40.
I think before the retreat Jody and I went to, I was in the high 40s. So I'm definitely like in the mid 50s at this point, for sure.
Jody, do
Actually,
you
you know
know
what?
how
I'm
many
looking
you
at
have?
my count. I was 28. Now I think I'm like 35-ish.
Mhm.
I don't know how many I have, but it's got to be high 20s or low 30s.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm around 25-ish, I want to say. Yeah. Anyway,
Jody,
I'm just curious.
that number most surprises me coming from you. I'm surprised you have that many.
I am
Maybe-
too.
Yeah.
Well, because here's what happened. I used to be such a monogamous stitcher, and then I started dyeing fabric, and when I see fabric now, I want to stitch something on it. So a lot of my old whips are like just on like store-bought Ada. And so now, like, I will dye something and then I'll be like, oh my God, I have to stitch on that. So then I'll go find a pattern and then I'll get sidetracked and then I want to like start something else. So my like stitching regimen has definitely morphed into a more whippy type of situation.
Yeah. I think that's my problem too, though, Joe. Is like, you are so generous and like gift us fabric. And like, I have this incredible fabric collection now. So now I'm like, oh my God, like, what can I stitch on this? And then I'll look through my stuff and I'll be like, I need to go buy a pattern for it. Like, I'm buying more, I'm stitching more, I'm starting more stuff because it's exciting. And like, I don't want to deter myself from doing that because it does bring me a lot of joy to start a new pattern. So I don't like, I love finding new designers and stitching new stuff. So like, I don't ever want to give that up, but it would be nice to like dwindle down this box. Like I'm going to need another box soon.
Probably gifted.
I feel like we all have whips that have been whips since like the day that we started doing this. So like, I for me, it would be very difficult just to like throw something away. Although I have done that. I did that with my astronaut. I was so irritated. I like tossed it in the trash that day we were at Erica's house. But I do like that idea though. Like, are we ever gonna finish it? Is it ever gonna bring us joy to the point where we're gonna go back and like start stitching it again? Like, I don't want to go back to the whip that's on like stiff ass white Ada. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We need to Marie Kondo the shit out of our whip boxes.
That's where I'm at with it. The problem is we're getting, which isn't a problem, but we're getting gifted a lot of patterns now too. So it's like we're kind of like I have the most amazing pattern sitting up here just begging to be kitted up, and I can't start them in a good conscience with my others falling out on top of my head.
I know. And like
Right.
I've already gone through and we've done the adopt a whip and we've done that as giveaways on our channel. But somebody had on one of our videos had commented, she said, it would be fun to go back and like watch your first episode and try to find those patterns that you still have in your whip pile and show us like where you're at with those. And what's sad is that on a lot of them, I would be in the exact same place that I was 3 years ago whenever we started doing Flosstubes, or 2 years ago when we started doing Flosstubes. So I would be a little embarrassed.
We should do a rewatch one day and like totally do like commentary on our first video. It's so cringeworthy.
So bad. It's so bad, you guys. I don't know. I don't know about that. Please don't go watch our first video. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then, or you know what? Do it and then come watch our video now and then tell us how much better we are. Hopefully we're better than that video. But I guarantee that I have probably 5 or 6 of those whips that we showed in that very first episode that are still sitting in that whip box. So
Yeah.
that's cringy. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, so those are good plans for Stitch Mania. We'd love to hear what your plans are for Stitch Mania, like what you've decided to do this year. Maybe you guys telling us what you are going to do for Stitch Mania, if you're participating, will spark some creativity or inspire us to do something similar. So I like to hear how people are tackling this. And then of course, seeing I love Stitch Mania on Instagram when that happens, because I do love seeing what people are working on. It's not good for our wallets, but it's good for creativity. All right, so we had some giveaways last week. We had cobweb corner pieces that were generously donated to us by our dear friend Carla at Cobweb Corner. If you guys have not checked out her site yet, do yourself a favor, go over there, browse through the hundreds of billions of patterns that she has. She is the most darling person to work with, and she has super fast shipping. So we have been really blessed with the people that we've worked with that have online needle workshops, like Bobby at Pumpkin Creek Primitive, and then now Carla at Cobweb Corner. So if you are looking for an online needle workshop, please check these ladies out. They are just fabulous. So Carla had gifted to us the Primavera, which we had a winner for, and then they never claimed their pattern, so we re-gifted that. We also had the Spring Has Sprung and the Frida by Barbara. Sorry, I knew you were going for that one, and I in my brain I just purposely said the other one. Sorry. She would be slapping me if she was sitting beside me. Okay. So anyway, Erin, you have our winners for those.
So Frida is going to
What up, Frida?
Shay Riddle.
Yay!
Yay, Shay. Shay's getting Frida. Melanie Call is getting Primavera, or is that it? Did I say it right? Okay.
Yeah.
We've been doing this thing with Ellie lately where she's like rigatoni, spaghetti, and she does like a hand motion. So I just in my head I was like, wait. She tried to say rigatoni.
That's really funny.
Melanie Call, you're getting that one. And then Grace McCoy, who happens to be a friend of mine, she's getting Plum Street Spring Has Sprung. It was totally random pick, but yay, Grace.
Yay, great. Awesome. Congratulations to everybody. Remember, please don't say giveaway on, when you claim your prize, don't say I won the giveaway. Just email us at steelcitystitchers@gmail.com with your mailing address so that we can get these sent out to you. And we have Erica, we have our giveaways for this week. What do we have for them?
Yeah. We have a Lindy Mini. It's a little tiny mouse. Super cute.
Yeah.
We also have, this is courtesy of Steph from Lindy Stitches, sent this to us. Thank you. Also, she sent this little pattern, which is called Bunny Lace Trio.
It's
So cute.
Super adorable. Dun, 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 dun. So these are two patterns direct from Lindy Stitches for our giveaway.
Oh, and then also, because I finished mine, it's coming out.
Yes.
So also a hedgehog house.
Look how cute, people.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
want
mean,
You know you want to win it.
you want the hedgehog house.
So yeah, don't say giveaway. Don't say I want to enter the giveaway. Don't say anything like that in your comment. But for the patterns this week, tell us what you are doing for Stitch Mania. Or are you doing a designer mania, where you only stitch one designer? I mean, there's a billion things that people are doing, but let us know what your plans are. Because like I said, I do like seeing some inspiration for maybe something that we could do. And I just noticed that on this little mini mouse, she made it into a scissor fob.
That's
and
real
George
cute.
and I were just talking about these scissor fobs that we were gifted at our retreat from Annette and Shelley.
Those are
I never
beautiful.
was a big fan of scissor fobs. I didn't understand, why would somebody want this on their scissors? It seems a little bulky. But let me tell you, when you have a pair of scissors, such as those that we received in the Black Needle Society box that are sharp as all get out, when your scissors, and I didn't know this, but when they fall onto the floor, they fall off the couch or whatever, the fob is supposed to hit the ground first so that your scissor points don't hit the ground, which is great because I have dropped these prior to having a scissor fob, and they have stuck into my hardwood floor, straight up and down. That's how sharp they are.
Oh no.
So
I would never, ever in a million years put a scissors fob on my scissors. Like, just not my style. We got these when we went to the retreat from Shelly and Annette, and they're absolutely beautiful. So when I got home, I was like, I'm putting these on my scissors, which, again, not something I'd ever do, but it was so beautiful. I was like, I want to look at this all the time.
Yeah.
So I've had it on my scissors. It adds like such a nice weight to your scissors, which I know doesn't sound important when you're stitching, but I love it.
yeah, I feel like it doesn't get in the way. Like I can use it, no problem. So I'm a big fan of these. So the fact that this is a cute little scissor fob, I mean, that's just darling. I might have to do that, finish it that way. But anyway, you could get this week. All right, I think that's all we have. We'll be back next week, next Wednesday, for our regularly scheduled programming on the 22nd. So please be sure to tune into that. And we hope that you're having a good stitchy week and you're staying healthy and you're staying busy and you're starting to enjoy the nice weather. If you're on the East Coast and you're like us, and we've been dying for some heat. So hopefully that will come soon. But we hope that your weather is nice and that your health is good and that you are taking care of yourself. So we love you guys and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.